Hi everyone, I'm Theresa V, and this is the place to be if you're a spiritually focused, sensitive, or empath who wants to feel more alive and live your purpose out loud on this planet. Each month, I check in with our beloved archangels to see what messages of support, strength, and hope they have for us as we navigate the energies of the world at that time. Today, our angels are talking to us about love and the barrier to us being the major force of love that we are here to be at this time. They're talking about motivation, and they're talking about truth, why it's so important at this time, and all of the ways we can recognize it. Stay tuned. As you know, the angels are an infinite force of love. And they are always reminding us that in the end, love is really all there is. And right now, it is so important for us to be the forces of love that we were born to be. They're saying that we have everything that we need inside of us already. We have support at our fingertips. They are always there with us. When we can put aside our personality, when we can put aside our wounds, we can be the purest channel of love. It can flow through us. Does that mean we don't address our issues, that we don't address our problems, that we don't do our healing? No, it doesn't mean that. But they want us to understand that when we get stuck in those things, it's like the energy gets stuck within us. And what we want to be able to do is to allow the energy of love to come through us, to flow to us. And that's where our major problem is right now. The angels are showing us that the places in our systems, the places in our minds and our emotions that prevent us from accepting love from other people, from our angels, from the divine, are the things that prevent us from being love here on this planet as well. In the past, we could be a force of love and do the work while still carrying those wounds of not being worthy, of not being enough. And now our angels are saying that time is over. What is needed right now is for us to actually be in the vibration of accepting love. We need to carry ourselves with spiritual self-esteem, knowing that we are worthy of the love of the divine, that we are worthy of the love of our angels, and we are worthy of the love of other people. It's time for us to release the fears that if we open our hearts completely to somebody else, we will get hurt. Because in truth, the only time we can't be hurt is when our heart is fully open, when we have wounds, when we have scar tissues, when we have reasons why we can't fully allow love to come through us. That's when the potential is there for hurt. And that's when we are attracting situations that maybe don't speak to the level of love we would like in our lives, because we're still operating through that veil of wounding. And so the angels are gently encouraging us to allow more love into our lives. And we don't have to just decide in one moment, yep, I'm going to trust everybody, love is going to flow. If that's not possible for us, what they're asking us to do is to flex those muscles and be in the flow of unconditional love for a little bit more time every day, to allow our angels to embrace us, to hold us in their energy, to allow ourselves to trust the infinite love of the angels, to trust that we are worthy of the love of the divine, if for no other reason than because we were created by the divine, perfectly worthy of the love that is there for us. That love is our birthright. That love is there to show us this is where you come from. This is where you're going back to. And while you are here, everything in between those two stages of life, coming in and going out, is a challenge for you to anchor that unconditional love here. It's been said in the past that human beings cannot get to a place of unconditional love. That is no longer true. It is what is being asked of us. And while it may not be possible for all of us to live there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's being asked of us to be willing. And if not even to be willing, to be willing to live in unconditional love, to experience it for ourselves. Because once we experience it, we know what's possible. And we hold ourselves to that standard. We will spend the rest of our lives trying to get back there, trying to anchor that feeling for other people, because it is so unbelievably amazing. And our angels do that for us. Our angels can hold us there if we just invite them in, if we just allow them to, if we just call on them to help us to clear whatever it is that stands in our way. And we don't even need to know what it is that's been blocking us. We just have to be willing to let it go. If it is something important for us to remember, to recognize, to see so that we can work through it, we can do that too, but we can ask for ease and grace. We can ask for it to be as pain-free as possible at this moment in time, because what our angels are telling us is it's more important for us to be able to anchor that vibration of love, of unconditional love, of worthiness, of experiencing that kind of love and acceptance, than to actually move through the muck and mire of working through all of the emotions, all of the energies that come from the situations that may be in this life or maybe in past lives or at the soul level have prevented us thus far from really reveling in that infinite energy of love. We are needed to be that right here and now. That's why we're here. That's why we signed on to come here. That's why we were born. And so our angels are asking us, please let us support you in this. Please let us hold you in the knowingness that this is part of your purpose, that this is ultimately really your only purpose. And the way it expresses through you is up to you. In this, our angels are also extending the invitation for us to move into examination of our motivations. When we really get radically honest with ourselves about our motivation for doing everything that we do, that's when our stuff, our wounding, all of the things that prevent us from being in our own divine perfection, that's when it shows up. That's when it shows ourselves to us so that we can work with it. We can let it go. And it can be something so simple. Why is it that I'm choosing to eat this right now? What's my motivation? Why is it that I'm choosing to say this particular thing to this particular person at this very moment? Why is that? And when we can get really real, like, is my intention here to love them, to let them know that they are loved and accepted? Or is my intention to prove them wrong, to make them feel less than, and to make me feel right? What is my true intention when I get to the heart of the matter? What is my motivation? When we can examine those things, we can lead a purer life. We can put out into the world more clean energy, more pure energy, more intentionality. And the more we can have clear intention, the less energy there will be for us to clean up later. The less pollution, the less polluted energy we'll be putting out into the world. Our goal here is to become aware, to become conscious in every moment with every breath we take, including when we sleep. That is the goal. That is enlightenment, is consciousness, awareness in every single moment. And one of the most effective ways that we can do that is to start examining our motivation. And that shows you how close we are, how much work we've been doing, because the angels are saying, go here now. This is your direction. Check in with yourself. Check in with the situation and get radically honest with you so that you can be the light that you're here to be. And in talking about light, the angels are bringing us back to the concept of truth. Truth is all there is. It's like love. Love and truth work hand in hand. And truth is not something that comes from the mind. Truth does not have to be digested through the mind. Truth is felt. That's why when you hear something or experience something, you get goosebumps. You feel that validation from your body. You feel the opening, the freedom in your soul, because you are resonating physically, emotionally, mentally. You're resonating to the frequency of truth. When we move into the mind, and we need to go there first, it dilutes truth. It allows for other things to kind of hook themselves onto truth, so that maybe truth is still there somewhere at the core, but there's all this stuff that's starting to accumulate around it. And that little seed of truth is now covered in a whole bunch of other stuff that we begin presenting to the world as truth. Because this little seed, we moved it from our heart, from our feeling place, from the monitor that lives in our heart that tells us where truth lives. We've moved it into the mind. And all of our errant thought forms that have anything to do with this subject matter kind of get pulled in and stuck to it. And then we attract other thought forms that are fragmented, that are partially formed, and they stick to it as well. And so there becomes all of this muck around this one little thing that was so pure, that was so true, but because we were too afraid to let feeling be enough, to let our heart lead us, we are constantly thinking that we have to prove to other people why something is true, instead of just embodying that it is the truth, living from the knowledge that this is truth, without having to preach it to everybody else, without having to convert people to what we know is true. Because honestly, it's truth. They'll resonate with it when they can feel it too, when they can perceive it in its purest form. And in order to do that, we have to live unafraid from the heart. The mind serves its purpose. I'm not saying the mind is a bad thing, but we know truth at the deepest level. And we lower its vibration when we start thinking and overthinking and finding reasons why we need to present it as truth and how we can. If there is the need for that, if there is the need to speak about it to other people, so you need to find words to communicate what that truth is, then meditating on that truth is the way to go. Meditating keeps it in your heart, keeps it in higher consciousness, so that then the words can come to you, can be attracted to you, can be poured into you through the divine, through your guides of the highest light, through your angels, whatever it is that's resonant with you. When you sit in that meditative state, when you allow that to happen, that is when truth can expand. Oh, I'm feeling the chills as this is coming through, and it's so amazing. So I want to share with you how much the angels are asking us to really start relying once again on our truth monitor, to run things through our heart, to be willing to feel them instead of just believing the things that are presented from outside of us. This is where we're going in this heart-centered paradigm. This is a really important part of it, is this resonance with truth. And if we could all get back to this place, it would prevent so much of the confusion that we've been seeing in the world, that we've been experiencing in the world. It would prevent so much division. It wouldn't make us all carbon copies. What we would be able to do is resonate with truth in all of the ways it expresses, and then come up with creative solutions, creative ideas through our own lenses of experience, because we're all resonating to truth. And that, my friends, is the way that we will fix the things that are broken, make improvements in this world, and create the things that our world needs right now. if we are willing to do that and move forward. If we are not, that's fine. There is a reality that is for that as well, right? There will be a splitting of realities as we move forward, a splitting of dimensions. And this is with no judgment, because we're all choosing to go where we're choosing to go. But truth is truth. There is only one truth with many different expressions of the one truth. And when we come back to it, that truth is love. That truth is oneness. That truth is the thing that joins us all together at the most beautiful level, the level of our soul, the level of our heart, the level of divinity as expressed through the miraculous being that is each and every one of us. And so our angels are asking us to really work on allowing ourselves to be loved, which will in turn allow us to be love. They're asking us to continuously look at our motivations. And they're asking us to be brave enough to resonate with feeling, to allow ourselves to move from the place of knowingness, of feelingness, instead of having to figure everything out. The answers will come if we are willing to stand in what we feel, what we know at the cellular level to be true. That feels very complete from our angels for this month. If you would like to go deeper with messages from your angels and like-hearted community, join us for Angel Transformation Hour happening on September 14th. During this time, our beautiful angels will bring forth messages and answer your personal questions. These gatherings are always so love-filled and so joy-filled and so powerful, and I look forward to seeing you there. Angel Transformation Hour is also completely donation-based. For more information or to sign up, tap the link in the description of this video or in the comments below. Thank you so much, as always, for being part of this community, for sharing these videos far and wide, and for leaving the beautiful comments that you do. Please let us know what resonated for you. I can't wait to hear. Sending you so much love, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye.